evening, everybody. Good night. Or, no, good evening, I think is what you say when you say hello.
Talking Dirty
with Maestro. Not just numbers,
not just stats.
it's about what they mean.
I'm going to send to you the information.
Talking Dirty.
And welcome to Talkin Dirty with your boy. Me. That's one of the great performances I saw last night. There were some games last night that made everybody get a little sideways in terms of what the final score ended up being, how Lakeshore Drive lost to a non-U.S. continental team, as it were. Sorry, B-Ron. But there was something else that happened last night that was really impressive, and that was in the game I got a chance to call between Bay Area Breakers Southeast Select. And that was one of those performances that happened inside the paint, beyond the arc, from the mid-range, defense, just everything about it. It was from those players that we expect to see that kind of game from all the time. It was absolutely worth it. It's always a real pleasure to see. And you know, one of the people we talk about a lot here in SimWorld, and that is Jimmy King. Did I shock you with that one? I don't see how. He showed a game last night at 5'10" that was everything that would, even though he might not have gotten a dirty stat line because he was missing a block, he's got the first honorary dirty Letterman jacket. There were a couple of times when King got stuck down in the paint on defense, guarding a player either 6'10" or 6'11" in either Keandre Baldridge or Kadarius Stack Jr. And what he did was he played the positioning game, so it appeared as if the big guy did not have leverage. 2 seconds. 2 seconds is all you have to make a call like that. And what Jimmy King was able to do on those plays, which I, by the way, found more impressive than his ability to move within traffic. At one particular point, he was in the post surrounded by 3 oak trees. Now, what did he do? At 5'10", was able to maneuver himself, great body control, bubbled it off the top of the backboard in for a bucket, and then still turn around to make a great defensive move on the other side when he got a steal. Ace on game, Mr. King. Well done. But what he was able to do as a defender outshined all of that, using his positioning leverage. So those 2 seconds of crucial time, whenever there is a mismatch in the paint, those 2 seconds before there can be a help rotation or a slide D support side step, he was able to maintain his positioning enough that forced in 3 occasions the big man that he was guarding to step out of the paint. And there is nothing more that you can ask from a player other than to be that guy. And he was definitely that guy last night. Yes, Bay Area came out with the win. Yes, there were strong performances across the table, as it always seems to be, but not just with Bay Area. Southeast Select played extremely well, too. It was really good to see 2 6-5 teams playing as if they were 11-0, because that's the kind of talent that they have. But for me, Jimmy King stood out because of how he was able to, in that moment, be not only an effective facilitator, be an effective defender, grabbing some rebounds, but be able to force into the game another X factor for which Southeast Select had no response to. Bravo Zulu, Jimmy King, well done. It was a pleasure to watch that. And hopefully we can see more of that as you grow into your game the rest of the season. Y'all know what's up. Catch me on the other side.
Thank you for listening to the Maestro. Want to get involved? Bring it.
Drop in discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops.
If you have the brain, join as a coach. If you have the game,
join as a player.
see the game,
Be
be
the
the game.
game.
Now, back to the Maestro.
Sorry. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And welcome back to Talkin' Dirty with your boy. You know what's up. Let me start out by saying Marsh was right. I gave B-Ron a shout last night, giving Marsh a shout tonight. I too am unimpressed with the scoring output we're seeing across the professional leagues. And I'm not going to go it from the standpoint of, well, back in the day we played defense, and back in the day we could hand check, and back in the day my grandma could dunk, and back in the day, whatever. We're not doing that. I'm going to do it from another standpoint. Those scoring outputs that we're talking about, do they come in a win? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But this is the key. Scoring for scoring's sake, though impressive, if that is what you're looking for, and if that is what you're looking for, the argument should stop right there. Say, look, dude, I don't care about nothing else. All I know is, did I get in my 60? Did I get in my 70? Whatever. Did I score all the points for my team? Whatever. And if that's what you're about, all good. Do your thing. Do not mix the arguments, though, of that's a good teammate or that's going to make a champion. Do not do that. Do not fall into that trap, because from a pod from way back, some people play for things, the stats, the entourage, the check, the endorsement, whatever. And some people play for rings. They actually just care about winning the game, hoisting up another trophy, putting on another ring. And you can tell the difference in those two. Some players embodied them both. Sometimes they knew, I must play for things to help my team get to a ring. And there is a very much a difference in certain players. I won't call out now. I'll just say what it is. Kobe Bryant managed to do both. Michael Jordan selectively was able to do both. Shows you his IQ. Shaquille O'Neal, able to do both. Those players, the Magic Johnsons, the Kareems, that manage to fill up a stat sheet in a hyper impressive way while leading their teams to wins, are in a very small club, because there are a lot of cats who filled up the stat sheet in a lot of ways and were always walking home after the championship game. And let's not conflate the two. The media, we tend to do this. So I'm calling out my sisters and my brothers behind the mics and behind the keyboards. Don't conflate the argument of rings and things, because we're adding to a false narrative. Player goes out, they want to score 90, score 90. Did it come in a win? Good job. Did it come in a loss? Still good job, because you want to score 90. Player goes out, scores 12. When they counted, when they were needed, team gets a win. Who do you think feels better that night? Yeah, you can say you scored 90. And at the end of the day, and I do mean this in a literal sense, when there's no more shoes to lace up and you have all those scoring titles or all those balls on the wall that are saying the night you scored this, the night you scored that, the night you scored the other thing, but there's nothing that says champion. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have to say anymore, do I? So I too, Mr. Marsh, with you, not impressed. This game is built for scoring, as it should be, as it always has been. And that means you should score, especially when you're talking about the better players in the world. So let it be thus. And let's not pretend that it should be something else if that's what it's all about. You know what's up. Holla at your boy. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you know. You know the deal. Get back at me. And no matter what you do. If you think about where you put your shoes, but you don't remember where you put your socks, you might need a little help.
Like I need to talk to somebody.
Thank you for listening to Maestro.
Thank you again for checking out Maestro. Drop a tag below and give us a piece of your mind. See you next time.
Well, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.